perhaps getting upset by the squads that have been here longer.
I think if you're ENCE too, you're still like in that weird stage. You're one of the best teams in the world, but like you still get overshadowed by the Vitalities, by the G2s. I think this is ENCE being like, we're in like 4 finals in a row and we still don't get picked as favorites to win events. So they still probably feel like there's something to prove.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The quarterfinal is underway here. It's the first map picked by Movistar Riders. They'll have a T-side start here on Overpass. It's slow, methodical as they set themselves up towards the B-bomb site. They do have a bit of utility as well. 1 smoke available. A P250 in the hands of Martinez as well. And we have got a bit of a 4-man stack from ENCE towards the B-bomb site. So, as they get ready to enter through the Monster Tunnel, it's going to be Madden with first contact and DL with the first frag, make it a double.
Oh, he just peeks in as Madden's preparing those dual Berettas. I mean, his one single USP bullet just pulling a player off. You see the kind of quick readjustment from the second, all dead, of course, at the hands of Diha. And, you know, we've got a SunPayus in a pregame interview giving Nertz his props, but Diha's also somebody that can take it to that next level, wants to be right there with Nertz in terms of the #1 rifle.
Yeah, he's got like the unique production, right? Like he's not always going to get the high volume, but he's always got impact, I feel, Diha. And he's such a cool player to watch. Decision making is top tier. On for the ace right now. He's got 4 kills, and Mopaz has not made his move. And Diha, you could just see swinging, looking for this last kill. All of it. Oh, that sucks.
Well, here's Mopaz, an opportunity. 3 versus 1 now. That's got a lot to do. Only 1 frag found. It's a very convincing pistol for ENCE there on their CT campaign. They keep 3 players alive. Snappi will recover the dual leads as well. No bomb planted. Bear that in mind. Movistar Riders, potential full eco on the cards going forward here. Bring out the AKs in the third. It's all about Diha, though. Very clean with the USP here. Willing to take the fights. Gets the bomb towards Monster. And this is a matter of time before they close out the round. So, Movi just purchasing a single flashbang here. I think that's all they're bringing to the table. So it will be AKs in the third. An opportunity to try and get a plant down here. But look at ENCE. They're not really focusing on the firepower. They've got the 3 MP9s here. Aware of the prospect of the potential Tech 9s in the second round. And they're focusing on a bit more of the utility.
2 of them inside of the B site. Diha's M4 stands further back. So those SMGs, well, combining with the third, which was inside connector, goes swimmingly. Perfect amount of money made from SunPayus. Just mows down the Movistar Riders on the approach to the B site.
Yeah, that pretty much locks in an AWP for the next round as well. So he'll drop his MP9 over towards Snappi, who is no stranger to the lesser weaponry, and we'll have an AWP in the third round, no problem here. So that's a massive assay going forward for ENCE. Adams now, not really much he can do with this one, I'm afraid. Maybe he can steal 1 kill away. That would be great, but he's in a 4-on-1.
Jason, you said that, you know, Diha maybe not somebody who always brings up the biggest numbers, but it's always impactful. Yeah. I think that we're going to get that specifically here on Overpass. What I love about the Diha Overpass is that he's tethering constantly with Magically. I think their comms are sharp, and I think that that's what enables him to constantly have big rounds.
Those 2 players for ENCE, like some of the best role players we have in Counter-Strike, when you consider like the different changes that this ENCE team has had to go through for replenishing star players, that kind of core of Madden, Diha, and Snappi has always been here, and those guys being so rock solid is what have allowed them to be effective with so many different players brought into the mix. And here's that op, Henry. Here's some map control, here's some positioning, a shot fired off through the boards, doesn't land, but he's got a little bit of intel. Yeah. He's a very assertive AWPer. More often than not, will be dominating the pacing on the CT side, opening up the round. For now, though, it is an opening kill, but it's not going to be SunPayus. It's Nertz that will find Martinez. And that's going to be a 5-4 deficit very early on into the round. So what's the response there? How do you recover this sort of scenario? They have a couple of smokes, Jason, a flashbang as well, and no map control whatsoever. Just is over towards B, waiting for the aggression. Ooh. It's Nertz who's rotating safely out of long here as well. Just got to go for those defensive crossfires now that they've got the advantage. This is like the 2 options you have if you want to attack A, and this kind of a 4v5. You can see they have to leave Just here, just at the B bomb site, to have presence, to make footsteps, to make himself known so they don't over-rotate. But other than that, with such light utility, you can do 2 things, right? You can do this lurk smoke towards the end of long so you can get close up. Otherwise, you have to take a ton of risks walking through bathroom without the utility to clear it safely.
So they go with the contact, right? Show a little skin. You see the immediate reaction. SunPayus puts the op up, and he's going to get caught crossing. Mopaz, well, he just found that movement between Nertz and SunPayus, and within that realm of possibility with Movistar hitting A, we didn't see that one coming. So timing works out great. Trade frag out of Just felt necessary there. They've lost their man advantage. They've got nothing inside of the site. It's a simple, disjointed rotation, but Diha slides in. You want impact? They're about to feel it. He gets Just, peeks bomb, stops it, or at least the planter from coming back. Adam S 1v3, and both CTs up through bathrooms already.
Yeah, this was a great recovery from Movistar's. All things considered, is now Adam S, who will be in the 2 versus 1. A round he can actually convert as well. The bomb's planted for him, the CTs with the fake defuse as well, waiting for that reaction. But the 2 AK-47s ready and waiting. It was a complicated round there for ENCE. The fact that SunPayus went down, communication was a little bit off there. It was not communicating that the bathrooms were exposed. He went down to a clean 1-tap, and that could have been a disaster, but they course correct, get the 3-0, and it's a great start for ENCE. But Movistar Riders riding that loss bonus, as they'll get $2,900 plus the extra 800, so they'll have a buy available, and they're going to invest into round number 4 here as well. So not the best start, but still a compelling round. Bomb planted, they made it close.
And I mean, obviously, yeah, with only 2 players surviving, you got to feel like you've done some significant damage to the economy of ENCE, so Movistar is going to want to build upon that if they possibly can. First step has got to be the whole, let's not get picked off, guys. Let's not lose one to SunPayus. Let's not lose one to Nerds. Let's play these rounds 5-on-5 as much as possible. Be very cautious in those first 20, 30 seconds. Just going to make his way in towards short through the sewers. He's all on his lonesome. Diha, Snappi, and Madden to defend. Nerds has just shifted over as well. So for the moment, ENCE have a very strong defense at this bomb site.
Time to go clear out A. We see the pathing coming out from Riders now. 3 players working on Fountain. They've got their anchor inside short. They've got their anchor down in con. And that's enough for them to feel safe to just walk around in this pack. Nothing too brazen from ENCE whatsoever. We get a second player to come towards A just because of the silence, that eerie silence that blankets the A site. That same silence that net them contact long last round, but SunPayus wants it in bathrooms instead. So that threat of SunPayus, very much real. With
the backup of Nerds, he feels like he can get aggressive. When 4 players are at B, he's just kind of got to jump in the site and spot and try and get some early intel in position from there. But now he feels like he can exert a little bit more presence over in bathrooms. Deep Molotov, Mawpaws and Just could be targets. Alex is working his way through the front of bathrooms as well. SunPayus is going to have targets available to him.
Ooh. Misses out on the first opportunity there, but still not sure what they're up against. No one yet to fire a bullet, but there it is. It will be SunPayus with a nice double there. Can he get away? Third player towards the bathrooms will be Alex. Finding the first incision here for Movistar Riders. It's going to be chaotic at this point, coming out of the smoke towards long, but Nerds is handling it well. 3 versus 2, 15 seconds, a scramble towards the bomb site here. Alex needs to try and get the bomb down if possible. This is a huge kill, might decide the round. It's Madden that is dropped, and that's going to allow the C4 to be planted. Great shot.
They saw the bank man too. Diha slides out, can't stop Martinez from planting. Oh, Alex getting that truck control, jumping up, confirming vision on Diha, and such a critical kill for Alex to turn around and deal with mid. Diha, half health, no util, nothing other than the confidence gained from that last round with his push out through smoke, which they're now concerned about. You can see one locked on Dumpster, but as he peeks out, Martinez hits the headshot. That's not a round where we saw Movistar Riders with any kind of advantage at any point, and yet into the 2v2 they pull that off.
And that's twice now, despite being at disadvantage. They've been able to find access to the A bomb site, right? They've been able to grind it back. This is essentially a 3-on-5 when Alex finds this kill on his SunPayus, and then it all crumbles. It all falls apart. Madden couldn't find a clean play. So Movistar showing, despite some disadvantages in these rounds, they still have the strength to trade themselves into a bomb site, and that's a huge win. Look at the buy now.
You know, Nerds, right? He has this read on long, kills the player coming through smoke, great. But if he takes down that bathrooms player when he had a very clean chance, 2 chances in fact, well then that one comes to an immediate halt. So a missed opportunity as Nerds leaves a little on the table.
The other side of this story too is, you know, not just you know, SunPayus against his former team, but also the replacement of SunPayus coming into Movistar Riders, Martinez picking up the AWP, and he's been a very strong opera for this team. He's been a very, very good player for them, and a good game from him can help propel them to be competitive against one of the best teams in the world.
Well, it's a good start. This is a difficult buy for ENCE, but it doesn't seem to hold them back whatsoever. Another opening pick for SunPayus here, as it will be Just to try and pick up the pieces. Makes his way in towards B. Good spray down on the first. Makes it a double. And Madden now on an island here on the B bomb site. Thanos in hand, and he's got plenty of players heading his way. They're going to try and get the bomb planted here. It's Mawpaws on towards the site, trying to flush out the remaining defender. It will be Madden to drop as we enter another 2 versus 2. Great advantage here for Movistar.
Man, these rounds go back and forth.
Bombs drop though. Bombs drop due to that kill, so it's going to give Nerds time to get up towards sandbags.
No, in fact, he's going to take the flank. And that was already cleared by Martinez, say, 10 seconds ago when he took that quick glance, but Nerds wastes no further time. Hands busy on the opper. Nerds going to round that corner perfectly, nearly gives that spin a chance. And it's Alex on 62 health down beneath SunPayus, being toyed with. And all this time, you know your back is exposed. At any moment, Nerds comes over that edge. And sure enough, you think you give it a clear, but Nerds working within those milliseconds, those millimeters that define rounds of CS. I think that feels a little better for Nerds, as I would say 2 moments up on that A site, he's problematic. Watch him pick this one up and give ENCE their 4th.
Well, this is what we said about SunPayus. He'll choose where he wants to go at the start of every round, and more often than not, he'll find you an opening pick. It's a very strong maneuver each and every time, and this time no different. Managed to get the kill towards long, push him in towards that B bomb site while they had Madden waiting with the FAMAS, and it's a difficult round for ENCE. Bear in mind, that was a force buy technically, even though they had 3 rounds in a row. They were expensive, so it's a huge one for them to pick up. It's 4-1, and will actually be the first timeout for Movistar Riders as well. Then you have the decision to make as to whether they'll invest into round number 6 here. There's enough for Galils, AKs, but they haven't really been fully equipped at all in this first half as of yet.
And you think of all the little details that go into that round too to make that possible for ENCE. The fact that SunPayus has an AWP in that round probably surprised Movistar. And you go back, he got the triple kill with the SMG in round number 2, right? Then they go into round number 3 where they got dropped the 2-player. Someone saves that AWP, picks it up for him and drops it over, so they still have the cash to afford it. There's a number of ways in which that round could have just been impossible for ENCE to come back in and win. But SunPayus delivers a great performance. 7-2 for him, 7-4 for Diha to lead the way on ENCE.
Yeah, not too bad at all. It's not going to be the full investment from Movistar Riders, just to know that. It's going to be a half buy, but quite a potent one. The Tech 9s and Mac 10s are out, as we will see basic utility deployed as well. Still have a couple of smokes and flashes as they wait for the CTs to deploy their initial utility here.
And in a match where the two teams have so much disparity between them in terms of one of the best teams in the world versus a team who's had, you know, a lesser route to get here, trying to prove that they can contend against the best teams in the world in Movistar, like, this is such a critical round. To be able to actually take away the economy and take away all the money, these rounds sometimes can determine whether there's even any reason to feel like this half is going to be competitive. If they can't get this reset and they're constantly going against full buys, it's almost too much to overcome. So this is critical that they do good damage here.
Well, it's going to be a B-side attack, couple of smokes and flashes as mentioned, but it's a 3-man stack here from ENCE, ready and waiting. Snappi up close to the MP9. Will be joined by Diha and Madden, and it's just a matter of moments here before Movistar Riders fully commit, 4 players up towards shore.
I'm glad Diha has no nades. It is guns out, and as they try to trickle in, he loses a teammate, but still topples 2. It's Adam to make the difference on the Tech 9. Madden tries to hide, and his pistol fails him. The collapse of the B site. And that's with Diha doing his. Snappi offers nothing in that hold, unfortunately, so it's going to come down to this Nert SunPayus retake, but talk about a star-studded lineup for this 2v3.
They might have to save, though. If they don't get a gift soon, like, what's the call? You don't have kits, so it's got to be fast. Okay, that's a great find. Now it's on. Now they get to go for it.
Big one. Nert's right there behind him. A little bit of tag damage through the wall. Martinez position shown, and he's going to try to reroute back around towards short or just hold off. And he's not going to fake it at all. He sticks this, and Nert's, it is ice cold. Wow. Oh, just like that.
Gotta grab the AWP at the end of the day, and he doesn't do it.
He knows it's a difficult round. It's Martinez as well who's the AWPer. It was a half buy, but he was a little bit more modest with his investment. He didn't have the Kevlar. He's got to take a risk in that 1v1, and it's a full defuse. It's a great call from Nerds there. Calls his bluff and manages to get that in. What seemed like a round that was going to collapse for ENCE.
Yeah, all is not lost, though, for Movistar. 4 kills with that plant. You still have the full losing bonus. Really, really strong buy coming out for Movistar, and still ENCE not able to establish any kind of comfort in their economy. So still an opportunity for Movistar to completely demolish it and go on a little bit of streak. This one's not too far gone just yet.
Well, it will be ENCE with the full buy, of course, after winning the previous round, but they don't have the luxury of the SunPayus AWP. It's been very influential so far, responsible for the majority of the opening picks. There's a ding through the wooden boards there. There's 7 damage to Mopos. And Madden trying to do a little bit of damage at the start.
A little bit more bark than bite on that one. Yeah.
That one got you excited, Henry?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard it. I was like, ooh, dang.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at the utility though on ENCE. You want to talk about how much it's hurting right now, not able to replenish the full kit of utility and nades. Nice opening kill provided by Diha.
That's a monster.
He'll just do his thing when he has an inkling as to what's outside of Monster. Watch Diha get a little crazy. Or maybe Snappi's the crazy one.
A bit crazy, you're right.
Crawls across logs, gets killed by the boost. So nice to see Movistar still have procedures and protocols in place, I think, to regain some of these rounds.
It's nice seeing them being able to equalize the player counts frequently, right? But they have yet to win an opening engagement. It's been what, seven opening kills for ENCE throughout these 7 rounds that have been played, and Movistar's constantly grinding from behind.
Well, this is going to be a B retake setup from ENCE as well. They leave the bomb side wide open, and Movistar Riders, the contact player, flashbang to initiate the assault of the B bomb site here. Madden, death from above there, from the heavens, will find the first, doing considerable damage as well. This is a very awkward situation now for Movistar. They just got 1 player remaining. It's going to be 6-1, and this is where ENCE will really start to solidify their chances here on Overpass. An injection of cash, 4 players surviving. Movistar Riders not even with a plan there.
Yeah, that round really hurts for Movistar, and I think they're going to sit there and just be like, man, if we just had a Heaven Smoke, we could have avoided all that. Like, the defense was set up perfectly for them to be able to come in and get a plant, and without utility on the end side of things, a retake would have been extremely difficult. So the fact they don't chuck out that Heaven Smoke, big mistake for Movistar.
Oh, you got a real problem now. ENCE bolstering the defense with 3 AK-47s. Still no sniper, but doesn't seem to be an issue here. A full buy for Movistar Riders. It's going to be round number 8, 6-1 on their opponent's pick. ENCE are running away with this one. We've got Adam S patrolling towards the playground, but otherwise a pretty much default round for Movistar Riders, waiting for the aggression, and they'll spot a little bit of it towards the wooden boards there. It's Alex through the smoke, giving Dihar a taste of his own medicine.
And
First opening kill.
He's so far ahead of this that there's a little timing for ENCE to be caught off by. I think that's nullified now with the smoke and flash. That little moment where Just could have taken a chance, but
and you would imagine
not to.
You'd imagine too the in-game leader, right, calling him back and almost saying like, "Hey, can we just play this 5-on-4? Can we play the man advantage? We haven't had one yet. Let me work. Let me actually read this map. Let me put us in a good position instead of just trying to take an individual advantage that you might have." And let's see what they can do. Looks like another boost up is going to come into play to peer into the B bomb site. Maybe a little bit of pressure applied from sandbags to force someone out into the open. Molotov going to delay things. Good read.
Yeah, that's a lot of information as well. The fact they've had to extinguish the flames there. They're still going for the boost. We've got Snappi all the meanwhile waiting towards Monster. Maybe a push will be coming soon. They need some sort of information and advantage if they can grab it. It's going to be ENCE though, rotating players over towards there. You can see Nerds actually pushing in towards the bathrooms here, joined by SunPayus. I mean, Snappi's all alone though. He will continue to push in towards Monster, but Movistar Riders about to walk in towards B.
Oh, this timing.
Yeah, Adam S just made a ton of sound on his departure as well, so it's nice that Mopaz is able to clear Monster from the other end, and Nerds, even though he knows he's on the trail, he misses his opportunity. Martinez surviving 2 spray downs, and another player falls for the CT side, so SunPayus is position known. He picks it up, but doesn't look like he's going to take this chance. And good on Movistar, because I feel like there was a lot of space given to them on both sides of the map at different times. We saw Adam doing his thing up on A, where you know at a moment's notice, Nerds is flying out from some kind of position. All the while, I think Mopaz not hesitating, getting through that B site, finding Snappi on his own. Remember, Snappi inside Monster Tunnel, dealing with 2 players in front of him, and he holds back 1, but it's the player peeked behind that's not held by any other CT. Easily sweeps this one away, and it's 2 rounds on this T side early.
Well, there we have it. Very important round for Movistar to convert. This was the opening pick here. You'll take it all day long through the smoke. It's normally Dihar finding those sort of kills, so great to see Movistar Riders opening it up in that fashion. Bear in mind, bottom of the barrel in terms of loss bonus here for ENCE. They're going to invest, but it won't be an amazing buy overall. It's SunPayus saving the M4 A1S, and otherwise we've got FAMAS's pistols, and 2 more M4s to be fair. It's not as bad as maybe I thought, but still a difficult round. They've got 1 defuse kit to work with, and Movistar Riders a prime opportunity to sink their teeth into this first half.
They've been battling for this opportunity for these last 8 rounds, right? Like they've had this economy at a breaking point pretty much this entirety of the first half, so this is one they absolutely need, and that's a bit ambitious. That is a bit curious from Nerds, and now SunPayus is going to have to pick up the pieces. He's got 1. I think he saw them go for the boost, so he's ready for the second. And oh man, Movistar on the back foot early yet again.
That is huge as well, because look at all the real estate ENCE have just picked up. It pushes Movistar Riders and the remaining players in towards the B setup. They can't justify going back towards playground. They've lost that part of the map. They have to react quickly now and try and make their way in towards the B bomb site if possible. They have a plethora of utility. 3 players towards the short pipe, but with 1 minute 10 and Madden on the backstab now, what is their next move?
I love how ENCE is playing this opening half as well. We've seen it, like we saw Nerds in the last round challenging Bathroom, was finding that quick flank downstairs. Didn't really work out, but now we have Madden pushing the whole way. This is a level of disrespect, just saying we have such an advantage. We know you're not going to be able to watch the whole map. We know we're going to have these openings, and we're going to try and exploit them. Dihar just waiting. Off sandbags is 2. Martinez in support. Molotov drop. Nobody can come through that. But they know the positioning now of the defenders. There's the Madden flank. Diha's got another before Martinez can even think of springing into action. And the round's done. It's over. 1v4. 7th round for ENCE.
Man, this is such an epitome of like the caged beast bites back, right? We're just mentioning how Movistar Riders have been fighting for 8 rounds to have a chance to break the economy. It's all there. And ENCE, in this suddenly scary situation, what do? They throw Nertz around party, no flash, blind with a FAMAS. Like, what is that? He just takes this fight on his own because he has SunPayus behind him. And SunPayus having that smoke on cycle next to party, seeing, like you said, Jason, those players about to go for boost, that's why he's on high alert for the second party peak. Yes, okay, Nertz looks a little insane, but with that aggression, getting early info into double trades, perfection out of ENCE, and it comes by way of confidence.
Yeah, SunPayus, no one-trick pony here, getting it done with the M4 as well. Two very impactful frags there, funneling Movistar Riders in towards B. They had nothing left as they limped in towards the bomb site. A very convincing victory there as we go 7-2. ENCE with this game in the palm of their hand. It's Movistar Riders now with a decision. Are they fully investing here? And it looks like
I don't think you can fully invest, right? Like I think with a full losing bonus, drop to a half buy. You got Mopaz on 3,000, Alex 3,400. Just go down to the Tech 9s with this op and see what you can produce from it.
Well, they've managed to pick up our round with just the Tech 9s, but we'll see if they can replicate it. So still quite modest in terms of the spending so far. Bear in mind, Martinez saved the AWP from the last round, so we'll see what will join him. It looks to be the case it will be a half buy. So Deagles, Tech 9s, and a few smokes to boot. But this is all down to Martinez, the replacement of SunPayus in this squad.
And we saw that chumminess before this game went live, right? With everybody on Movistar saying, "Nah, SunPayus still great guy, great teammate." Well, you know what? You know who has no real familiarity? You know who would want a piece of SunPayus? His replacement.
Yeah.
Martinez is not your ex-teammate. So let's see if his round with this op can get special. It's an instant kill to Nertz, traded down in con, and now we're going to see that op get mobile surely, which would leave me to believe ENCE may kind of reel back, play safe, don't get picked, but SunPayus stays floating out in the open, and he's being given a chance here with that pistol peek. The op looms not far behind.
Look at how aggressive he remains.
Yeah, he's so crisp with the M4 as well. He's really feeling it today. This is the key battle, though. Martinez seems to have his number. Going to pull the trigger and take him down. Equalize the battlefield into a 3 versus 3, but not for long. There's D-Hat on the push outside of short. And once again, funneling them in towards the A bomb site. Snappi's a T-spawn as well. Martinez is in a lot of trouble. He's got the bomb on his back, but still time to work with. He'll negate the battle and make his way towards long.
This default spread that Movistar is playing on this map, I mean, this is going to be so hard, but like I think they got to get out of it. Like with the aggressive stance of so many people from ENCE in different positions on the map, like they're just losing players too much early on to these kinds of plays from Dia, from guys like SunPayus, as we've seen, even Nertz being aggressive from time to time. It's almost one of those situations you'd like to see them group up more. You know, get into that little death ball, walk up to a bomb site. Now the hard part is because of utility, ENCE can delay things very long, which can be an issue in and of itself, but you got to find some way to get out of this habit of just losing too many players in these spread defaults and not having the resources to actually succeed in the future.
Well, this one's starting to unravel at the seams for Movistar. That's another convincing round for ENCE. It wasn't the full investment, that was the half buy based around the AWP of Martinez, which you will have again as we get into round number 11 here. It's 8-2 as ENCE stealing the show here on their opponent's pick. We've got a full buy at least. Martinez heads towards middle. Bear in mind, SunPayus is very dynamic. He'll be changing his position up every single round. Up and towards the bathrooms now, it's going to be quite a conservative approach.
Oh, there we go.
Kill on Madden. Beautiful shot from Martinez.
Oh, he came to play today. That's a lovely shot to pick him out of the sky, but you have to know, patiently waiting. You've seen so much aggression. Nertz is going to run right into it. Oh, and he gets away with his life. Defensive smoke as well. They won't come through that. They won't challenge it, but instead of falling back, or will they challenge it? He will, in fact, and that's why I said you wouldn't, because, you know, that happens, and so does this.
Well, surely the next guy would be fine, right? You know?
Surely he gets the picture.
Yeah. He doesn't need a flashbang. He's just going to keep going until it works, because Nertz has to reload, and
no!
Oh,
Ugly from Movistar Riders there. Just stubborn at that point.
Yeah.
To think, well, someone's got to kill him. Someone take him down. He can't take all 4, but easy frags there for Nertz as he mows them down. A very awkward interaction.
All right, guys, he's only got the USP. It's our turn.
Yeah, that is really rough. Okay, Mopaz, can you do anything with the round?
This is for the ace. This is for the ace on Nertz. All in this long aggression. On top of the rock this time, he can't complete it. Him and Dia both have let 4 kills slip away, but it's all smiles still, 9-2.
Oh, they might be done after that one.
Yeah, that one hurts.
They might be done.
That's the morale killer.
Well, you have no one to blame but yourself.
True.
Like Jason said it, don't go for that smoke.
Yeah, right.
Obviously, don't do that.
Chill.
Not, especially not 1-by-1. If you're going to do it, send 1 flash, 3 people swing out. Don't do the 1-by-1 maneuver.
Boop,
Let him expend all his M4 bullets,
Boop,
then reload the USP twice and get 2 more kills with it. Lads, what the hell is going on here?
They know.
Oh, dear.
Oh, they know.
Yeah, that is a disaster. That, like I said, that might be it for Overpass. With that sort of round being presented, suggests they're out of ideas here. No response from Movistar, 9-2, and another half buy as Martinez operating with the P250, saving up the orb once again. It's a default spread. Aggression towards short from ENCE. They've got full control here on the CT side of Overpass.
Yeah, they're doing as they please, eh? Just the amount of aggression, the timing on the aggression too, the mid-round moments that ENCE are just so comfortable in. And they should be exuding confidence. We're talking about a roster that has made 4 grand finals in a row. And still, for some reason, I don't feel like get all their flowers. So let this one be a reminder. With all the other expected winners falling off and just kind of fizzling out in Malta. So ENCE want one more trophy. Diha, again, ever so comfortable inside of this B site. He's got Snappi behind him to work around with. And these M4s have not been pushed back. They've not been deterred. They have not been convinced whatsoever that they are not going to dominate this game.
Well,
oh man.
What can you say at this point?
Not much, Jason.
Not much, really.
Movistar are going to have a chat about this situation regardless. Their third time out in the first half. Blade behind them has got his work cut out for them. It's going to have to be some speech to recover this one. But bear in mind, it's T-side. If they can get 4 rounds, that's enough to work with, I suppose.
And this is kind of, we got to that point where I brought it up earlier, like those early rounds, like 5-6 rounds in, where you're really battling for the economy and you have them at the breaking point. If you're the underdog and you don't get that, this is what kind of happens generally. That if you get that reset early in the half, you get like 2-3 rounds out of it, right? And then maybe later on in the half, the other team goes on a run. But at that point, Movistar's already at their 4 or 5 rounds, and you're feeling much better about things. And this is a closer affair, and it's a different feeling. Now you're just never able to accomplish that reset. You're just battling against overwhelming odds constantly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the quarterfinals continue here. It's the first map picked by Movistar Riders. Not their best showing so far. They've had a great EPL campaign, surprising a lot of the pundits here. But for now, this is just going so badly for them. Round 13, SunPayus aggressive, of course. Waiting towards Fountain, will be flashed off, but holds the angle, finds his first shot, and will fall back.
Leaves Nertz up on Party. Molotov forward. Ready for the fight, though. Adam S, his first victim. And there's the double trade back. Ooh, an open door, perhaps. A man advantage. Surely this is enough, Henry. Surely this is a round they can walk away with.
Oh, you got SunPayus here. That should be a kill for Martinez. You've got to hit those, Jason.
And
you give that one up. It could cost you the round.
Oh, no.
It starts to collapse once again. A chance of the kill through the smoke. Just taking more damage, though. Down to 28 points of HP. It's 3 versus 2. They have no territory. They're segregated on the map right now. In-game leader Alex holding towards the party, but it's anything but for Movistar Riders here as they have to limp in towards the B bomb site and hope for the best.
Oh, it's all gone horribly wrong. That miss from Martinez is painful.
Yeah, that was the money shot.
That would have been a great one to have, but you got to admire ENCE in every situation. Their mindset has been fight. Anytime someone is aggressive, it's just we are fighting until we die. Snappi should be a freebie, and he will be.
Yeah, but stand on him first.
Knife him. All right. Good guy, Alex, not going for the shame. Here comes Utility towards the B bomb site, trying to make it as safe as possible. Smoke mid-site, just getting the bomb planted. And it's mostly on Madden. Oh, spots the head, and he keeps that again. Just fight, mindset all the time, no matter the disadvantage.
Just go. Swing for the fences and knock it out of the park. An 11th on the line in this retake, and I just wish for just sake he had more than 5 HP. SunPayus is going to keep him pinned into it. Madden never gave them space once the bomb went down. Really just kind of ushered him back into his spawn. Get out of here, you rascal. He screams from the heavens. And next thing you know, it's another one for ENCE.
SunPayus yet to put a foot wrong in this first map. He's up to 17 kills, 5 deaths, and it's all with the rifles as well. Every weapon he put in his hand, it seems to be pure destruction here. As Jason keeps mentioning, this is pure aggression from ENCE, more than willing to take the one-on-one duels and coming out on top each and every encounter. It's round 14. They are running out of time on the Movistar side, but with the maximum loss bonus, the bomb going down, at least they do have AKs across the board here. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I would just say let's get the set pieces going. Let's get some bomb plants, some clutch potential, because these defaults are not working out whatsoever.
Oh, Nertz behind the smoke, spots the legs of 2. Here's the third spamming, calling it out. Oh, and Alex pauses for him. Just delivers it on a silver platter. Snappi goes unchecked for 1, and the hit is demolished.
See what I mean? Like, this is desperate at this point. You just need to have a call-off spawn, hope for the best. It hasn't really gone well at all, I'm afraid. It's going to be another 4 versus 1, 12-2 locked in, as just poor old Martinez Martinez left with nothing to do. That's just unlucky as well. He had the smoke down towards connected, but of course, Nerds found a gap. He spots 3 crossing over, takes the 3rd player down, and he was a player dropping the flashes as well. He's about to deploy utility on the bomb site, so they had no flashes, just a dry running towards the B bomb site, and of course, they are mowed down as ENCE look absolutely red hot right now.
It's the problem with like trying to switch out of that default that they were getting battered in a little bit too late, right? At this point, when they start doing these kind of executes and set pieces right out of the gate, right out of T-spawn, it's like, well, ENCE have 5 smokes now, and they have 5 Molotovs. Earlier in the half, when maybe they only had 4 smokes, or maybe they only had 2 or 3 Molotovs, might have been able to crack that open a little bit easier. Now it's just difficult, and now it's 5 Galils.
Yeah.
Good luck, baby.
Final round, and this is what you got to work with here. Looking for a 3rd round on their map pick. East side of Overpass can be brutal, but this is beyond the pale. It's going to be Nerds who's being very aggressive. Look at them go. The CTs is helping themselves to prime real estate across the map here. Madden is relentless as he wants that first kill, deploying the grenades as well, just locking them in towards the connector.
And this is so hard for a T side to overcome, like mentally, when they're just bullying you like this at Playground, and you realize, oh, like half the map is now unavailable.
They don't even need the AWP, Jason. They've got 4 AKs right now. It's like, you know what, it's too easy with the SunPayus AWP. Let's just run around deathmatch style and lock them into difficult choke points. It's Snappi using the smoke. He's going to continue the push here. Doesn't spot the player outside. He surely goes down here. He hasn't been
spotted either.
He slipped the net. Wow. I can't believe it. He's going to hear the sound cue as well. He'll keep pushing potentially and catch just. What a maneuver.
I feel bad now.
Clean play.
Now what do? You realize Snappi's pushed B. We come in T4. We've lost everything on the map again.
And they don't even, they're just now clearing it. Remember, they saw 2 push Playground early in the round who then backed off, but they've just wasted another 15 seconds making sure everything's clear.
So they're now go back through spawn, right? But that means they have to waste time looking for Snappi. He could literally be anywhere at this point. So they're going to have to check every corner, every crevice. You can see them now. There's a high alert. Like, where the hell is Snappi? And with 30 seconds remaining, you just don't have this time to be that diligent. You're going to have to take some risks. And Snappi helps himself to a 2nd frag and retreats.
And while you're, well, at least they know where he is now.
Sure, that's the answer.
Good point.
Right?
Look at the positive side, guys.
Good for you, Jason. You found the silver lining.
I got you.
And the only question left is, can they find a 3rd with 15 seconds? Your swift answer? No. Mopaz, you can try, brother.
Nice try.
Get on in there. But with the Heaven player up above, it's a solid 13-2, folks. ENCE coming in swinging, proving not everybody hits the server cold.
I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
Tell me where the competition. Seem like they all been missing. Never made a wrong decision. It's got me walking different. I stay gassed up. Please point the opposition. No scope, it's no joke. Just know I aim with raw precision. I went and got my bid up quick, 100 figures. They once was competition, now ain't sitting with us. Been on a wave since we been away. Snatch the game, now we here to stay.
I told my mama I make it, I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I make it, I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement, and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
It's that you can't touch me. Things get ugly, they mad now. This all must be a whole new level to count. I'm packing on the pounds, pulled up with the dog hound, and I still had time to shut it down. Now you see them all screaming my tryna switch to my lane. They ain't never fit that frame. Only present when the cash came. Plenty days I've been on the road chasing. No legend ever said they was complacent. Nah.
I told my mama I make it, I make a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game. I told my mama I make it, I made a couple mistakes, but see I stay in my lane. I keep my feet on the pavement and don't you ever mistake it. No, this ain't never been a game.
Both sides, Katie nails the shot. 3 kills from the captain.
Welcome back to the belly of the beast. ENCE 13-2 over top of Movistar Riders. There was a period of this game in the first 8 to 10 rounds where it felt like Movistar were knocking on the door of a potential T-side run versus ENCE, where it was looking a little capable, competitive, I would even say. But then those rounds very quickly petered out, and what we were left with, Henry G, was an absolute stomp.
Yeah, it looks like Movistar might be riding off into the sunset at this stage. 13-2 at the first half. Their map pick. Just a matter of time before we close out Overpass here, but we'll see what they've got to say about their CT campaign. 7 guns, Connor, to kick things off here. Double dual elites in the hands of Just and Martinez. ENCE making their way through the connector. They've got 2 smokes and a Molotov to work with, the latter of which they'll deploy right now towards connector. Martinez trying to play for a bit of information towards shorts as ENCE slowly but surely start to dissect the map here. Looks like a potential A finish.
Alex on the front baths, Mopaz with him. A little bit of contact, primes the peak. It ain't pretty from SunPayus. A lot of shots go both ways, but both players stand. Alex cleared out. It seems like SunPayus can bank on his teammates to come through with those headshots. Uh-oh. Oh, Adam, he'll get there. Uh-oh. But now his gun's empty and the chase is on. Still, he'll hold this line. Uh-oh. Long player gets in.
God.
That was a little ugly every step of the way. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah.
I feel like Movistar have done enough, though. They've got the dual elites. 2 players of full HP here. SunPayus down to 6 points of health. 45 seconds is just. He knows there's some injured players up front, but it's Diha first. What a shot that is with the P250. Now Martinez once again has to be the hero here. Pretty far removed from the situation. He holds towards B at the bomb, waiting in the toilets here. He's hoping they overthink it and rotate into his position, but doesn't look likely. 25 seconds. They'll presumably stay on course for an A-bomb site.
It's like the game wants Movistar to lose. Everything that can go wrong is going wrong, and this is a nice little fake. This is going to freeze Martinez over at the B-bomb site. Utility usage is going to make him nervous. That's where the hit's coming in, which is beautiful considering SunPayus has 6 HP. Diha's not, perfectly healthy at all. So here comes the flank, and he has to go for this. It's all on this round. There's no chance to fight back if you don't win this pistol. This 1v2.
So much to do, though, Jason. He's got to silently make his way through the bathrooms. A bomb ticking away. The SunPayus kill. Oh, he might miss out on it. There's the first, and now is a 1 versus 1. No kid available. His position known, and now it's just a matter of time before Diha swings.
Man, he's playing it so cool. Just as chill as you need, huh? Another one where Diha gets a good impact inside of the A site, this time on the T side. I mean, there's a moment there. There's a chance. But that fake, that utility fake, because Martinez was heading up to A. He would have been peeking up on Dumpster. Yeah. Hell, there was a chance inside bathrooms, and some of those shots got
There were like
cleaner.
8 chances inside bathrooms. Yeah, it was a little sketchy in the early going, but this is some fine work from Diha. He even could have played this clutch, like the 1v1, a little bit differently. He could have played it by time, could have moved around and been a little bit sneaky and tricky with it, but just goes for the 1-tap to the side of the brain.
Well, it will, of course, have to be the force buy from Movistar Riders. All to play for, but just not much time. Deagles 5-7s, a dropped scout as well. They'll hope to find some opening damage if possible, but it's ENCE. Full control of the situation here. No damage given over at the start. Alex with Desert Eagle watching for any boosted players here towards short, but that is taking their time. Getting the map control. Connector is theirs. Short will be shortly as well, and the first grenade is deployed.
Could have been far worse. Nert still holds off on the full-blown hit. While this round plays out, Jason, I'd like you to keep your eyes open for maybe another silver lining.
Sure. I'm a master of silver linings.
We may need one. I think, you know, round 18 around the corner could be the last, unless Martinez puts up another round. Because in terms of kill numerically, Martinez is up there, trying to hold on, try to put up some sort of a defense for the Riders, but he plays in front of the dice box. All of that peeking, that safe jump behind dice, it was looking so good for Martinez, like he's going to create an opportunity, and then instead he peeks in front of it, and in that instant dies. Alex, out from bank on smoke. He's going to be found out, and this one, well, Jason, what do you make of it?
You know, here's the silver lining: is that shout out to Martinez, still trying to make something happen. Yeah, standing in front of the box. It's not
He's still trying. He's still trying.
He's going above and beyond, trying to make something happen. He still believes. He knows he's the only one who can actually create it. The only one who's been putting in production.
The problem is, though,
say it louder. It's more believable that way.
You would think, like, yeah, there's a few silver linings here. The problem is we move on to Anubis next, which is statistically one of Movistar's worst maps. They play it, but it's one of, like, they played it 5 times the last 3 months. 40% of those are victories, not against the greatest opposition as well. So it doesn't look good at all in this series. Difficult to find anything here.
We said it in the pre-show. This is one of the most lopsided matchups we have, and a little unusual for this late in the tournament, but by virtue of Movistar with some of the good wins that they've had throughout this event, and obviously even starting it out by finishing, what, second in their group, I believe, dropping down to Vitality in that Group A kind of decider seeding match. So, I mean, you got to give them credit, but certainly this one is seemingly too far.
Hell, you could argue that ENCE kind of did their work for them, right? Dispatch Virtus Pro right before this matchup actually happens.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that was a big boy win.
Had Movistar come off of a VP win into this matchup, I would say maybe a little more stock in that.
Sure.
But, well, as the Golden Brick Road was paved all the way here.
I wonder if VP's watching this and being like, how the hell?
Who knows what VP get up to? Probably
They order a lot of cheeseburgers late at night. I know that.
True.
Nert's going to go down, 1-for-1 trade. Ooh, this is a tricky little angle underneath the smoke. They're going to bypass it entirely. So now the weight falls on Adams, and he's spotted out the play. Martinez going to turn now. Oh, SunPayus, head on a swivel, spots it out, can't win the engagement. Diha almost finds Martinez, who gets away with 1 health, but at least he's slowed down the attack. See?
Down more util, they hold it off. Yeah, you've got to. You've got nothing else to do. Jason, you don't have an opportunity like this and then just walk away. Lo and behold, all of them are trying.
Everyone's trying. They're all giving it a good go. 4 versus 3 here, just with the MP9. Takes a little bit of damage, but gets the information that 2 players are here are short. 35 seconds remain. A smoke thrown in towards Heaven as well. Bear in mind, Martinez, the walking wounded here. It's Snappi who's calling for the rotation. Back in towards A. Alex will be tested in game leader. A great fragger in his own right as well, but he's got Diha to deal with. Bomb on his back. Does he check this corner? Certainly does. Comes out on top.
Dude, the way Diha just slides through Shadow advantage there too, right? Shows Shadow, knows it, then just picks up the tempo. Wide swing, Mac 10 headshot, doubles down as he gets closer to the site. We've got a chance for Riders. That flank is coming through. Preoccupied was the bomb plant, but just can't get there quick enough. And now it's going to be coverage as well from Madden. But he looks towards Dumpster, both of them heading that direction, and just given a chance to slide in and then forced out. It is a demanding 16-2 victory for ENCE on Overpass. Movistar Riders map pick. They'll be looking to close out this series on Anubis. But if there's silver linings, let's remember, Big defeated ENCE on Anubis.